Hey guys, so this next video, I'm going to take you through a sequence where really what I'm focused on is injury prevention. So when looking at swimmers, two of the most common injuries or common areas that we see injuries are of course shoulders and then the knees. So we're going to do some work on awareness, scapular awareness in the shoulders, control and some stability work. We're also going to do some work into the hips, strengthening the glutes and also creating a little bit more hip mobility. And then we're going to have a little bit of focus on the core. Obviously the core connects right through the body. It gives you a lot of stability and control when you have a strong core. So we're going to start this sequence in child's pose. Child's pose is where you're on your knees. You have the top of the feet on the ground, so the toes are untucked. You bring your big toes together, your knees out wide. Then you bring your seat back towards your heels, fold forward at your hips, and start to bring your arms out forward, placing your forehead onto the ground. Now, for the first 3 breaths, we're going to keep our shoulders relaxed. So allow the elbows to be bent, shoulders to relax. And just for these next 3 breaths, really focus on breathing into the back. So as you inhale, feel the shoulder blades widen as the back expands. And really bring awareness into that area around the shoulder blades. So one more breath. On your next inhale, you're staying in child's pose, but you're going to come into an extended child's pose. So you're going to reach your fingertips forward until you feel a stretch into both sides of the back. So getting into the lats. Now, you want to feel a strong stretch through the lats. At this point, you want to take the fingertips, press them down into the ground, and then you're going to feel like you're pulling your mat back towards your armpits. So now what's going to happen is the musculature around the shoulder blades is going to engage to bring those shoulder blades back and down. So once again, as you extend and you increase a little bit of range of motion, press down into the ground and then feel as if you're bringing the mat back towards your armpits, engaging through those shoulder blades. One more breath in this extended child's. On your inhale, come back up into a tabletop. So tabletop is hands and knees, having the fingers spread wide, index finger pointed straight forward, shoulder over elbow, elbow over wrist, externally rotate through the shoulders so the elbow pit is pointed straight forward. Have your knees right under your hips and your toes tucked under back behind you. What we're going to do here is just a little bit of protraction and retraction through the shoulder. So this is all movement through the shoulder blade. So you're going to stay strong and connected to the core. Feel the belly button come towards the ribs, towards the spine, spine towards the belly button. Same with the ribs. Bring the ribs towards the spine, spine towards the ribs. Feel that stability in your core. Then you're going to inhale, bring that left arm up and forward, thumb pointed straight up. Stay strong into that right arm. So you have shoulder over elbow, elbow over wrist. With that left arm, you're going to inhale, reach forward with the fingertips, exhale, pull back. Now all of this movement should be coming through the shoulder blade. And as you can see, the movement is very subtle. So you don't want any of this coming in the core. You don't want to really be extending using the upper part of the traps. Okay, so inhale, protract, exhale, retract. One more time. Inhale, protract, exhale, retract. We're going to switch sides. So set up in tabletop again. Feel that connection to the core. Shoulder over elbow, elbow over wrist in the left hand. Right arm up and forward, thumb up. Arm coming straight from that shoulder joint. Inhale, protract, exhale, retract. Inhale, protract, exhale, retract. 2 more times. And then place the hands down, back in your tabletop. Now, we're going to do one more thing, just really working on some mobility in the shoulders, but understanding how to, once again, get some controlled movement. So we're going to work on internal rotation and then external rotation. So set yourself up in your tabletop. I'm actually going to change my positioning so you can see me straight forward here. And on an inhale, you're going to internally rotate your shoulders. So you can see my hands stay still, and I'm rotating my arms from my shoulder. Exhale, the elbow pits start to point straight forward, and you're externally rotating through the shoulders. So inhale, internally rotate. Exhale, externally rotate. And just doing that a couple of more times. Awesome. Now, you can bring yourself back into your, or you're still in tabletop. I'm just going to adjust my positioning. I'm going to make sure my shoulders are externally rotated, that I'm connected strong to my hands. I'm going to bring my knees about 2 inches back, tuck my toes under. On an exhale, I'm going to press my hips up and back so I come into a down dog. I want my knees still bent. Okay, I'm not worrying about my legs coming towards straight, because what I'm focused on is my hands and my shoulders. I want to have those shoulders externally rotated, and I want to have my spine long, right through my neck to the crown of my head. So I don't want to relax and dip the head. I want that spine long. On your inhale, you're just going to walk your feet forward until you come into a forward fold. Here on your forward fold, allow the knees to be bent enough that the upper body is coming close to the thighs, and just allow the head to relax, allow the hamstrings to relax. Then what you're going to do is take about 3 breaths, and you're going to slowly, with control, roll up to standing. Now, we're going to do a balance that is, as I've said on other videos, one of my favorite poses, because what it does is it builds strength in one hip while it creates mobility in the other. One thing that is also really important when we're looking at injury prevention is body awareness. So really notice the difference between the 2 sides of the body as we go through our poses, and really try to understand how you make adjustments through the poses. So we're going to find mountain, which is perfect posture. Feet hip distance apart, pointed straight forward, knees straight forward, hips in neutral, core slightly engaged, shoulders relaxed back and down, neck long, so you feel like the earlobes are coming right over the shoulders. We're going to balance into our right foot first. So feel into the 4 corners of that foot, meaning the big toe mound, little toe mound, inner and outer side of the heel. Then put a slight bend in that right knee, engaging into the quads. Bring the palms together and the hands towards center. You're going to inhale, bring your left ankle onto your right thigh, engage into your left foot so you curl the toes towards the shin. On the exhale, start to bring your seat back so you come into a one-legged chair. Really focus on engaging in the glutes on that right side, keeping the knee pointed straight forward and allowing the hips on the left side to externally rotate, so that knee coming down away from you a little bit more. And breathe. Stay connected to the core and the 4 corners of your feet. The inhale, come up slow. Unwind, shake out a little bit. So now you're probably going to see a big difference in the pose that I do here, because I've been suffering from a little bit of injuries with my ankle and in my hip from some of the running that I've been doing. This pose has really helped with that, but we still have some discrepancy between the sides. So this is a great thing when you're really paying attention to body awareness. You can understand the body a little bit more. Center into the foot. Four corners of the foot down strong. Slight bend in the knee, engaging into the quads. Hands to center. Inhale, bring that right ankle onto your left thigh. Engage into that right foot. And then exhale, come back towards a one-legged chair. Once again, really focus on the strength in the glutes on that left side, knee pointed straight forward, and then opening up in the outer part of the right hip. Stay with your breath. And then inhale, come up slow, and shake out. Now the biggest reason we address the hips is that is the biggest cause, or one of the biggest cause of knee issues, is a lack of strength and mobility in the hips. So we're now just going to come in to pose to come into the core. So we're going to find mountain, going to inhale the arms up and overhead. You're going to exhale, leading with your chest, long spine connected to your core, fold forward. Bend into your knees enough, your hands reach the ground. You're going to inhale, bring your left leg back towards the back of the mat. And then bring the right leg back. So now you've found your high push-up position. Really make sure you have shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, and externally rotate the shoulders. Now, I'm going to show you this in our high push-up, then I'll also show it to you with your knees down. You're going to bring your feet out wide. You're going to really connect to that core strong. Then we're going to inhale and just lift the right foot about 2 inches off the ground. Really make sure on that right arm, shoulder over elbow, elbow over wrist. Bring the left arm up and forward. Stay strong and connected in the core. Breathe. Exhale, come back down to your high push-up. Then, if you're staying high push-up, we're doing the same thing the other side. If you want to come down with the knees, you can. Set it up exactly as we would tabletop. Strong into the left hand. You're going to inhale, left leg up and back. Keep your hips even, engaging into that core. And then lifting the right arm up and forward. Thumb up. Stay strong and connected to your core. Once again, shoulder over elbow, elbow over wrist. Come back down into your tabletop. If you've come into your high push-up, just drop your knees down, coming into tabletop. We're going to end back where we started in child's pose. So bend, bring your big toes together, knees out wide. Bring your hips back towards your heels. Fold forward at your hips and bring your forehead down to the ground. We're going to start and we're just going to have our shoulders relaxed. Then we're going to reach forward, stretch into the lats, and then just once again, as you get that stretch into the lats, press down with the fingertips, and then feel as if you're pulling the mat back towards your armpits so you create that engagement around the shoulder blades. On your next exhale, just relax in the shoulders, bend the elbows. And we're going to take 3 breaths into the back of the body again. What I want you to do now is bring your awareness to how you feel now compared to how you felt when we started this sequence. And one more breath. And that's a short sequence that will really help with injury prevention for shoulders, the knees, the hips, and strengthening the core to have that great connection and awareness right through the body.